All right, we are back with another Pick'em video, and tonight we're going to be talking Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals, and we could be having no basketball games until June 6th, which is over a week away, if the Mavericks close this thing out, because the Celtics won last night to advance to the finals. Pacers, absolutely hats off to them. They made it a competitive series. That is a 4-0 sweep, but it did not feel that way. Obviously, you need the Game 1 Jaylen Brown game tire to bring it to overtime. You have the momentum, you steal that game away. Fast forward to Game 3, that game doesn't look very good for the Celtics, down 18. They end up pulling that one out with Halliburton out of the lineup, all these different things. But the Pacers, absolutely good things to come. Nembhard is an absolute stud. Their shooting percentages are wild, and they continue to do it. Their offense is absolutely legit, and credit to them, especially when Halliburton went down. These games were still competitive. So Celtics now waiting in the finals. Obviously, I'm hyped about that. As a Celtics fans, people are going to say, oh, the Celtics cakewalked to the finals. Well, hey, that's why you go out, win 65 games during the regular season. And that's why those games matter during the regular season. They got the 1 seed. That's what people want to be battling through. If people are saying, hey, regular season doesn't matter, that's why you want that. Injuries were tough all throughout the Eastern Conference playoffs. But the Celtics don't have Porzingis, which a lot of people aren't really talking about. Hopefully he's healthy, and we get 2 healthy teams going into the finals. It's looking like the Mavericks, the teams that are up 3-0 in the history of the NBA, are 155-0 when leading 3-0. No one's ever come back from down 3-0. So probably going to see the Mavericks, but that's what we're going to be talking about tonight, because we got Mavericks and Timberwolves Game 4. Got a few picks for you guys. I'm going to do ultimately a plus $400 parlay that I have submitted on an app called Chalkboard. We're going to break that down. If you're not on Chalkboard and you're in an available state, highly recommend checking them out. They just dropped 6 discounts today. Not 3, not 1, 6 discounts today. They all are available. You don't have to pick one. You can use all of them, and it's absolutely incredible. So definitely check out Chalkboard. For the PrizePicks people that are always here, we're going to be going over a play on PrizePicks as well. And potentially our last NBA video until June 6th if the Mavericks do win this game. Hopefully, the Timberwolves steal a few. If I was leaning one way on this game, I'd probably say the Timberwolves, at least cover the spread, maybe go out and win this thing. I don't think they're as bad a team as getting swept. They're just haven't been getting contributions from their starting big man. I don't know where Karl-Anthony Towns is at. He's shooting less than 30% from the field. Gobert hasn't been rebounding much, getting outplayed by Lively and by Gafford, just getting over and over again, getting him in drop coverage, throwing that lob over the top. And that's the Defensive Player of the Year. When he's one-on-one against a guard at the top of the key, it's been bad news for him as well. We saw the Luka game winner. We've had competitive games. Hopefully we get that tonight. And if the Mavericks do pull this out, we're going to be talking baseball the next 8 or 9 days. But excited about that. Let's just jump into the picks. If you're new around here, definitely go ahead and subscribe. Leave the video a like and comment something down below. Haven't seen you guys in 2 days. End up taking Sunday and Monday mostly off in terms of videos. Still active in the Discord, but had family out for the long weekend, which was awesome. You can see my background's a little bit different than usual. Let's get into it, and let's just jump into the desktop screen here. So going to be over on PrizePicks again. We're going to be looking at a play over there. But before we jump into that, I want to show you Chalkboard. 6-pack discount, and these are all great ones. We're going to be looking at Anthony Edwards. That's going to be the play for us today. 21.5 points. He's been absolutely, I don't want to say it absolutely bad, but the first 2 games in this series, absolutely abysmal shooting, 25% or whatever in Game 2. Not much better in Game 1. Did have a solid game, shooting-wise, 40-something% in that Game 3 performance, 26 points, which was not his best, and he did say he was going to come out and shoot a bunch. He shot 24 times and had 26 points. So this 21 points for Anthony Edwards, I continue to think he's going to, break out of this slump at some point, have a 50% shooting night or something like that, be a little bit more aggressive. And in a game where your back's against the wall, you got to go to your star player like these Mavericks have done. All of these are looking really good. Maybe Towns is the only one I might fade just because he's been shooting so poorly. But the 2 baseball players as well, going from 18.5 to 16.5 outs is huge, because 18.5 outs, you have to get that 19th out, which comes in the 7th inning, which it's tough to go 7 innings sometimes. So that's a great discount right there. He's also got a decent record against the Houston Astros. Who's playing tonight? If you don't love this play, maybe go to Alvarez, because he does have 2 home runs against Castillo. The other one, Kevin Gausman over here, playing against a team. I forget exactly who's going up against. His normal line 6.5, and he's been hitting this consistently in the past 5 or 6 games straight. So I don't mind that. Oh, it's the White Sox, playing the White Sox. who are around 16th ranked or something in strikeouts. So all of these are very good discounts. I would definitely check it out. Again, link in the description. Use code RichPicks. You're going to get a free month in my Discord, and you're going to be able to tail exactly the play I'm giving out today, which is going to be a nice plus 400 value, including this 21.5 points line for Anthony Edwards, and it's just a 3-man. So Anthony Edwards is going to be our first play of the video, and then moving along to our next play. Here's the little screen for Chalkboard. Our next play is going to be Kyrie Irving, and I'm taking an alternate line, bumping his line down to 21.5 points. And the reason I'm going to Kyrie is because he has been one of the best players ever. I think, actually, he might be the best player ever in terms of closing series out. I'll bring up this just because I was looking at it earlier. He is 14-0 in closeout wins or closeout games. That means if there is an opportunity for his team to win the series, he goes out and wins that game. 14-0. Can't really beat that. In terms of the stats on that, I looked at all his points here. These are all the most recent. Against the Clippers, he had 30. That's when they moved on. Against the Thunder, he had 22, which is why I love this 21.5 line. And really the past, 10 games or so, 10 closeout games he's been a part of, he hasn't scored less than 21.5 points in any of them except for this one against the Pacers back in his Celtics days. So really, really liking Kyrie here. He's looked incredible. He's averaging 27.7 points in this series, 40 minutes. Incredible shooting, 52% from a guard, 44% from three. Been doing a little bit on the defensive end, offensively getting some rebounds and chipping in with some assists. So again, really, really liking Kyrie today in general. His mismatch is incredible. He's able to do really anything he wants, whether it's a fall away, midi jumper, a crazy left-handed layup off the backboard. His touch is incredible, and he has looked amazing again. So 21.5 points for Kyrie doesn't seem like a hard feat to get to. So I'm going to pull up his outlier page right here. Should have already had it pulled up, but I'll get that ready. Kyrie Irving, 21.5 points. So let's drop it down. Normal line's at 23.5. If you're looking at PrizePicks, he's going to be at 24, I believe. So just a good sign that kind of trending upwards here. So if you want to take it on PrizePicks, I don't mind that at all, just because he has been very consistent. Obviously 30, 20, and 33 points in this series so far. So 24 points on PrizePicks. Do not mind that really at all. And then over on his outlier page where we're looking at 21.5, we can kind of break this down, kind of see how Kyrie's been doing. For the last 5 games, obviously crushed this, did miss it in game 2 against them with only 20 points. Don't think his shooting was there. Yeah, only 16 shots in that game. But again, Kyrie closeout is what I'm going to call him today, and he's been incredible. 2023 is all over this in 71% of games. Obviously, in the series against the Thunder, wasn't shooting much. I know when I went to him in game 1 of this series when he scored 30 points, I think he had 24 in the first half or whatever. But a lot of people are saying, can't trust Kyrie, can't trust Kyrie. Look at these scoring games, 9 points, 2 9-point games against the Thunder. But he was the distributor in that series. He didn't need to score, and it's not like he was shooting horribly either. So 71% of the year, he's gone over this, getting at least 22 points. He's going to get the time, 40 minutes or whatever. He's got plenty of time to do it. So just got to get the shots up, be as efficient as he has been. And again, he's been crushing this line. So loving Kyrie. Again, if you want to look at the sportsbooks odds, I got Naz Reid pulled up here because another guy that's been playing incredibly well. Again, probably the best center on this team, or just big man in general. Cat has been non-existent. Gobert's been attacked continuously on the defensive end, which is incredible because he's Defensive Player of the Year. But yeah, really, really loving this one for Kyrie. Let's pull up his average sportsbook. 23.9, still favored, very 50-50 here. So I'm taking that discount at 21.5 and going to ride with it. We just need 22 from Kyrie. So again, 24.0 on PrizePicks. You can take it over there if you want to. You can definitely find this at 23.0 on plenty of different places. DraftKings got this at 23.0, look like sleeper at 23.0. Chalkboard, you could take as normal line also at 23.0. But again, nice alternate line. Chalkboard lets you do that. So I'm going to take the little 2-point bump down and get still a nice 1.3x into our plus 400 parlay eventually. So he's our second play, and I got one more play in this parlay to make it there, and it's going to be Naz Reid. It's not going to be a plus money player or anything like that. It's going to be Naz Reid. I'll pull up the actual slip. This is in the Discord. I post all my plays in the Discord. This has been up already for about an hour, so you're going to see this about an hour and a half after I've already posted that. Kind of a perk of being in the Discord as well. But here's the full slip, $80 pretty much. And again, that's including a discounted line for Anthony Edwards, a discounted line for Kyrie Irving, and a very likely line because Naz Reid has been pulling them and knocking them down for Naz Reid over 1.5 3-pointers made. Let's go to Naz Reid's outlier page. Also, if you want to check out any of the tools I'm using, Outlier, incredible for hit rates, matchups, odds. You can say, maybe in the regular season's coming around, Luka's out. You want to see games without Luka, you can do that sort of stuff. Maybe you see, he's been, his minutes have been down. A guy like Kyle Anderson, his minutes have been down, but what's he been, doing when he's seeing at least 17 or 20 minutes or whatever, and you can see hit rates like that. Outlier is incredible. Link in the description for all the tools I'm using. You get a free week outlier if you use my code down there as well. So can't beat that. But let's go to Naz Reid. That's going to be our last play of the video. I'm also going to talk about some PrizePicks plays. So last play of our chalkboard slip. And going to pull up Naz. I love him at 12.5 points. Actually, he's going to be one of our plays over on PrizePicks. Naz Reid at 12.5 points. As you see, a nice fairy horn in the background here. I think it's great value. The Underdog's already got him at 13.0. A couple places already have him at 13.5 if I was to pull up his odds jam page here. So I think the real value's good at 12.5. Obviously, he's been incredible this series so far. Probably averaging, I think, right below Anthony Edwards as the second leading scorer in the series, just because Cat has been so bad. So his minutes have been absolutely up as well, and that's what we're going to be looking at. So Naz Reid points at 12.5, definitely something you could look into. But I'm going to do his three-pointers made just on this one. If you were on PrizePicks, it's not going to be available, so I love the 12.5 points as well. But for our chalkboard slip, I did do the 1.53, so sticking true to what I gave out already in the Discord. And we'll look at that. So he's gone over in 7 of the last 10 games. These are all playoff games. Or sorry, these are all against Dallas. So great hit rate against Dallas really anytime. Doesn't matter if it's last year, this year in the playoffs. Missed it last game, but shot 1 of 5. So I like the volume there. Pretty decent attempt makes against this team. 52% of the time he's knocking down his threes. And, only 20% in that last game. But Naz has been incredible. He can dunk the ball. He can hit the midi. He can step back and hit the three. And really, really liking that. So last 10 games, these are all going to be playoff games. And yeah, did have a dry spell against Denver there, but you can see the minutes, only getting around 18 or so minutes in those games. But because he's been so good, 24, 31, and 29 minutes in these games so far against Dallas. So his minutes have absolutely been up. I think he's projected for 27 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if he sees more if he continues to play like this. And again, had a 7 3-point game against this team. He can absolutely step back and knock these down when he's feeling it. And he's been very, very solid. 9 attempts in that game, 6 and 5. So if he shoots 5, I expect 2. If he shoots more than that, he could be hitting 3, 4, maybe 5 3-pointers. So wanted to point out Naz Reid. That's going to be our 3 plays for our chalkboard slip. Again, it's right here. Code in the description of this. You're going to get a 100% deposit match as well. So it's kind of a win-win. You're also going to get a free month of my Discord if you reach out to me. You can reach out to me either in the comment section of this YouTube channel or in the Discord. There's a free part. Just join the Discord. Say, hey, use your code to sign up. Send me a screenshot in the DMs or general chat or whatever, and I'll definitely get you that free month. So I want to give back to you because if you use my code, it helps me out a little bit. So here's a nice 3.9x, and again, you can't really beat that going to a juiced money play at Naz Reid 1.53s. Alternate way to play that would be his 12.5 points. Then you got the Anthony Edwards discount. That's part of the 6 discounts they have going on. You can use $20 max entry for all of them. So that means you could do a $20 play with Anthony Edwards. You could do another $20 play using Kyrie Irving or Luka, whatever you want to go to, which is absolutely awesome. And then Kyrie, discounted play over here, 21.5, and we're still getting a plus 400 play. I really love this slip. And again, check out Chalkboard. They have discounts like this every single day. Boosted payouts, whatever it might be, they're on the come up, and alternate lines is just another added boost for them. So absolutely loving that. Let's jump over to PrizePicks now. And again, 24.0 on Kyrie. I think that's okay if you only have PrizePicks or if this is where you're at. 23.5 is his normal line. But again, close out Kyrie 14-0 in these situations. And he's usually scored pretty well in the history of his career here in the postseason in closeout games. So liking Kyrie, especially at home. But for Naz Reid, 12.5 points. That's where I'm going to play him on PrizePicks. Don't love his rebounding in this series so far. Lively is out. Haven't mentioned that yet. Lively has been absolutely crucial for their success so far in the playoffs, especially in this series, being able to have Gafford ready to go. When Gafford's off the court, Lively comes in. They split minutes perfectly, and they're just energizers, and they're ready to get that lob threat when they get Gobert in the drop coverage, and they just throw it over the top. Lively and Gafford are like the same players, and only having one of them is going to hurt them a little bit. Looks like Kleber might play today, so he's not a lob threat like those other guys. So that is something interesting to definitely look into. In terms of Gafford, I'd want to go to him. Doesn't play extremely well without Lively in the lineup for some reason. Again, I think he plays well when he's fresh and ready to go. If he's trending upwards of 28 minutes and getting a little bit longer stretches on the floor, he might be getting tired out a little bit. So not going to go to Gafford today personally. But on the other side of things, I think Naz continues to be a very good contributor for them on that side of the ball. So loving Naz Reid. The next guy I'd go to, or just actually a combo that I want to show you guys, Naz Reid and Luka Doncic at 5.0 3-pointers made. Something I saw and looked into. You know, a guy that's hit 7 3-pointers in a game already this series. I love that potential. And then Luka Doncic, who's hit 5 threes in 2 games in a row by himself. So I love this little combo if you want to look at that, especially because we're going to Naz Reid at 1.5 threes anyway. So yeah, definitely a solid combo over here on PrizePicks at 5.0 for sure. And then another guy we wanted to look at is Anthony Edwards. If you want to look at him, looks like he's at 27.0 is his normal line, but I like his dunks line at 0.5. It's a closeout game. You know, Anthony Edwards is ready to go. They're not going to roll over. They've been down, 3-2 in a series. They've been down 20 in a Game 7 against Denver last series, and they stayed poised and stayed together and ended up getting things done. But I got Anthony Edwards at 0.5 dunks, so everyone that loves the dunk lines, that's what we're going to be looking for, if I can spell his name right. Anthony Edwards, 0.5 dunks, if I can find that. Hopefully they didn't take it away from me. Right here, 0.5 dunks, and I went back and looked. I'll pull it up right now. If you've noticed, I'm just doing one shot at this. Usually I got this edited and all these tabs ready to go. So let me know if you like this kind of on the fly better than me, cutting and having everything ready. I doubt you do, but just a different way to do it today. I thought I would try it out. Anthony Edwards dunks right here. You see he's gone over in 2 games. One game this series had 2 against them last game, but that's a good thing. Down 2-0. Anthony Edwards said he wanted to shoot a lot, and he did, a little bit more aggressive for sure. The last 10 games, you can see all the games that have been closeout games for them, he's hit this. So in Denver, the last 2 games, he had 2 dunks in both those games. Again, just think about it. Plays with a little bit more aggression, getting to the rim. In Game 6 had 2 dunks. In Game 7 had 2 dunks. And then even going back to the series against the Suns, he was dunking a little bit more often against them as well. So looking at that first game was right here. Game 1 had a 1 dunk. And then in Game 3 and 4, again, was that closeout game, he had 2 dunks again. So every closeout game so far this series, or this playoffs, he's had 2 dunks. We just need 1 from him. And again, gonna have to be aggressive here for his team to ultimately try to extend this series. So really liked Anthony Edwards. And then another play I want to show you guys is just the Taco. We got Taco Tuesday on PrizePicks as well. I know everyone sometimes says they're scams, but Igor Shesterkin looking pretty good at 25.5. Gone over in 2 of the 3 games against the Panthers so far, and the 1 game he missed was 25.0. A lot of my hockey heads in the Discord are saying this is a pretty good line, and I'm going to go ahead and believe them. I've got a cousin that I always go to for hockey knowledge and hockey insight. He says this line looks really good, and he'd hammer this. So always take advantage of the Tacos. They're going to be good EV plays. You can think they're going to be, trying to mess you up, give you a bad line, bad discount. And anytime I think you want to say, hey, this is a bad discount, just go to his normal line at 29.5 and take the under if that's what you want to do. If you don't think he's going to hit his discount, you're definitely not going to think he's going to hit his normal line. So Igor Shesterkin for the NHL, that's a very solid taco. If you're seeing this, in 5 hours, there should be another taco up. We'll get 3 of them. But again, I've kind of plugged Chalkboard a little bit today just because they have Taco Tuesday like this every week as well. And they're giving us 6 discounts, and you can't really beat it. A lot of their discounts are extremely good too. Anthony Edwards down to 21.5 points. Obviously, Luka's been incredible. Kyrie been incredible. Not Towns. Maybe I'd fall. Maybe I'd fade that one. But the 2 baseball ones also looking really good. Yeah, I'm like I don't know why they're removing stuff. I don't know what just went on. Looks like Naz Reid maybe is getting bumped here because his 12.5 points went away for a second. But yeah, that's going to be the video. Again, the Chalkboard play is right here. This is in my Discord. But just a real quick recap for everyone. Naz Reid over 1.5 3-pointers made. Anthony Edwards is one of 6 discounts on Chalkboard right now. That's the one we're putting in for this video. And then Kyrie Irving over 21.5 points. That's bumped down from his normal 23.5, but still a nice 4x essentially on this plus 400 play. So can't really beat that. Absolutely loving this slip. And then for the PrizePicks plays, we got Anthony Edwards dunk. We got Naz Reid and Luka at 5.0 3-pointers made. Can't beat that really. Just going into the combo, a guy that's hit 5 in 2 straight games, and then a guy that's hit 7 threes by himself in this series, in game 2 or whatever of this series already. So loving that combo. And then yeah, that's the Taco Tuesday as well discount here. So mumbled through, probably said so a million times, repeated myself, but hopefully you guys got something out of this. In terms of some of my leans, I think Kyle Anderson is a guy that a lot of people want to go to today. His 2.5 assist line is what I'd be looking at, or his points. Curious what PrizePicks has up for him. Kyle Anderson didn't really show many graphs today either. But Kyle Anderson looks like he's off the board for some reason right now, probably because I'm on the NHL's tab. Kyle Anderson, right here, 6.5 points is a demon. That's not bad. He's been seeing 17 to 20 minutes. I also want to show you that literally Coach Finch said he probably should have played Kyle Anderson more. That's probably a solid nod to a guy getting a few more minutes in the next game, and he hasn't seen less than 17 minutes in this series so far. And when Kyle Anderson sees at least 17 minutes, he goes over his points line more often than a lot. He goes over his assist line more often than not as well. If you want to look at 2023 as a whole, seeing at least 17 minutes in games, a nice 86% hit rate, including most of the end of the year as well. He's not going to see 52 minutes, so maybe dropping that down 17 to 30 minutes, still an 84% hit rate. And in terms of his points line, which it looks like it's sitting at 5.5 games, he's seen at least 20 minutes on that, 17 minutes is what his projection is, 63% hit rate. And again, potentially seeing more than that after Coach Finch, what he said. So Anderson, a solid lean for today. And then in terms of the game, I think I already mentioned this, but they're not going to roll over. Timberwolves are not going to roll over. It'd be absolutely surprising to me if this team got swept. Maybe they're dealing with injuries that we don't know about. We have not seen Karl-Anthony Towns have a good game just yet. Going back to the averages for this series, obviously Luka and Kyrie, they're the guys with the ball down the stretch. They've been incredible. PJ Washington has hit timely threes. Gafford and Lively have been absolutely crucial this series, just being able to go over the top and get, alley-oop dunk after alley-oop dunk after alley-oop dunk on the Defensive Player of the Year's head. And then on the other side of things, it's really been Anthony Edwards who's kind of held the scoring, him and Naz Reid, 17.5. Naz Reid has been very, very consistent, 56% of his shots going in, 55% from three. Edwards has struggled as well, but he is scoring 22 points a game in this series, doing a ton on the other side of the court as well, 8.3 rebounds, 8.0 assists, which is awesome. Karl-Anthony Towns on the other side, 27.8 from the field, not from three, from the field, 13% from the three-point line in this series. He's got to wake up. So I'm rambling at this point. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, a little bit different. I didn't cut at all, kind of just went right through. There is definitely some noise going around me. Again, different setting here than most of the videos have been. Yeah, that's going to do it for us. I'll see you guys in the next video. Kind of want to shout out the Discord community before we go. If you're interested in this stuff, we got always people talking sports, talking props, talking lines, shouting out discounts, sharing their slips. You can bounce ideas off each other. We're just having a lot of fun. Soccer, NBA, MLB, whatever you want to do in here, we're always having a good time talking sports and talking lines. Just putting our brains together, trying to beat these books. You get access to all my plays as well. That's going to be these sections right here. We just showed you the chalkboard slip. Usually give a little blurb about it. I'll tag you so you get a nice notification. If that's something you're interested in, you can turn notifications off too if you don't want to see that. But yeah, any slip I play personally, you're going to see them, even the YouTube video slips, you're going to see them 2 hours before I can get the YouTube video out. There's plenty of ways to get in here for free. If you don't want to get in here for free, though, you can use the link in the description. It's the Dub Club link, and you can just subscribe through there. Make sure you link your Dub Club account to your Discord account eventually. That's how you're going to get automatic access. Or if you want to get access for free again, PrizePicks, Underdog, Chalkboard, Sleeper, Dabble. They're all my favorite DFS platforms. Chalkboard has been one of my favorites. So if you're in an eligible state for Chalkboard, again, not only do we give out a free slip for you to try out today, you're going to get a 100% deposit match up to $100. They give out discounts every single day, which is incredible, and they have alternate lines, which is also awesome. So Chalkboard is kind of the star of the show for this one. Obviously, we're on PrizePicks all the time. They have dunk lines. So we went to Rudy Gobert's dunk line last time I gave one out. We've had a great track record of hitting dunk lines throughout the whole season, and Anthony Edwards is our dunk line for today. So if you want to tail that over on PrizePicks, again, 100% deposit match. Can't really beat that. Check it out. All these links in the Discord, in the link down below, but they're also right here. Sometimes it's easier just to hit the link, but they also have codes. RichPicks is most of them. So Sleepers, it's Rich, and then Dabble, it's Rich DFS. But yeah, they all got their different perks, and that's kind of how you get in here for free. So we'd love to have you. Definitely check us out. We have a lot of fun in here. NBA kind of winding down, but we do esports every night. We do MLB every single day. I've been dabbling with WNBA. Can't wait for there's a little bit more analysis and data behind those picks. But yeah, we always do positive EV plays. We're not just winging it over here. But we have a lot of fun in here as well. A lot of laughs and celebrating when we win, complaining when we lose for sure, but it's all in good fun. So that's going to do it for the video. Remember to like, subscribe, leave the video a comment. It just tells YouTube to push this thing out a little bit more. And excited for tonight's game. And if the Mavs do close it out, I'll see you guys tomorrow we'll talk some baseball, maybe some WNBA. Yeah, content will just keep coming out. And then June 6th is the NBA Finals. My Celtics are going to be in it, which I'm super excited about. People are saying Mickey Mouse run to the finals, but hey, that's why you play all season and go out there and get the number one seed. No one wants to see injuries, but at the same time, the Celtics have an injury of their own with Kristaps Porzingis, who should be ready to go against his old team, the Mavericks, if they too eventually get there. So should be fun. Can't wait for tonight's game. I hope they do extend it. Again, if I had to lean one way or the other, it'd probably be the Timberwolves covering the spread at the very least. I think the Mavericks are favored by 2 or something like that. But yeah, super excited about the game tonight. I think I've said multiple things many times, so it's time for me to log off. I'll see you guys tomorrow, or if you're in the Discord, I'll check you out there. Peace out.